What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, and welcome back to yet another Tottenham update. Another weekend has gone, another 3 points is lost, but we've got some news to bring to you today. So let's start off with Sky Sports, and they are saying Tottenham are interested in signing a Bayern Munich defender. Pause. Jerome Boateng on a free transfer, with concrete talks taking place between Spurs and the players' representatives already.
Yeah. Look, Jerome Boateng did go through a lot of bad spell about a couple of years ago now. It wasn't that long ago, but he has come back into form of late, and obviously they did win the Champions League last season. I'm pretty sure he started the final, and he's been great of late. But why aren't Bayern giving him a new contract? There's probably a reason for that, and that's because he's not at his peak anymore, Jerome Boateng.
Well, they are signing Upamecano.
And they're also signing Upamecano. So, do I want Jerome Boateng at the club?
No, you
Not
don't.
as a first choice. Not as a first choice. If we need to sign two centre backs, so if he's one of them, if we get another one at his peak, I'm not too against it. But I'm worried his big wages he'll come with. If we start giving him a long contract and it's not working out, then we're stuck with an aging defender who's past his peak. It doesn't sound like the kind of guy you want leading a rebuild, but I don't know.
The facts of the matter is, since 2015, he's barely played over 20 games in the season.
And yeah, exactly. He has a bad injury record.
Since 2015, that's a long time ago now.
That is a long time ago. But last season, I think he did have a good season.
Last
year,
the final,
I think.
He played 23 Bundesliga games.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure he played the final.
Yeah.
He did play the final, and they kept a clean sheet. So I think actually, he's still got some legs left in him. I don't think he's like completely finished, but is he the guy we want leading a rebuild? It doesn't scream like massive, like we're ready to go for big things again.
Man, why are we being linked with these kind of players, man? I tell you, if Jose
we're linked with everyone with Tottenham.
Yeah, if Jose wasn't here though, we wouldn't be linked with these kind of players. Do you think that?
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
All right, well, that's the first news. Let's hope it's complete rubbish. But let's move on to David Ornstein. And he said this morning that Daniel Levy will not sell Harry Kane to another English club under any circumstances. I mean, that's music to our ears, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what he says, but have to wait and see what the situation is in the summer, won't we? I hope he sticks to his word, because obviously selling Kane to a rival would be very, very detrimental to not just us as a club, just like our perception within the Premier League of how big a club we are. If we're selling to Man United and Man City, we're just seen as a stepping stone to bigger things, and that's what we tried so hard, especially under the Pochettino era, to move away from. We're not a stepping stone. We can actually achieve things, and moving Kane onto United or City will just again perpetuate that narrative, and that's the most frustrating thing if it does happen. So I understand Levy's thought process, and I hope he sticks to it, and I hope if we only sell, we sell to abroad, but it'll be very difficult for a team abroad to afford Harry Kane.
Yeah, ultimately, the only teams abroad that can afford Harry Kane, PSG, Real Madrid maybe. I mean,
yeah, but they're all in debt, and they've been hit harder by the pandemic than the Premier League clubs.
Yeah, but Real Madrid are still talking about signing Mbappe and these kind of things. So I wouldn't worry too much about teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Yeah, they're looking to sign Mbappe, but they're maybe willing to push the boat out for a long-term investment. But are they willing to push the boat out for someone who's 28 with a history of ankle injuries? I don't know.
There were rumours that if Real Madrid go for Mbappe, then PSG might be looking to get Harry Kane. There's rumours as well that Pochettino has already spoken to Kane in terms of his future. We don't know how true that is, obviously.
Yeah, but I'm sure Kane and Poch are probably in regular contact anyway. I don't think that's like about a transfer. It might be, you never know, but I wouldn't say just because Poch and Kane have spoken, it means he's looking to move there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that PSG, probably outside of the Premier League, are the most likely candidate.
Yeah, and whether Kane will want to go to France, I don't know. I'm not convinced he'll want to go to France.
Yeah, I know. But look, to go there to a front three of Mbappe, Kane, and Neymar. If Mbappe stays, that is.
Obviously, that's mouth-watering, obviously.
But look, David Ornstein has said that Daniel Levy will not sell to another English club under any circumstances. But if he doesn't sign a contract this year, and he doesn't go this year, as the clock ticks down, the more likely it is that he will go to another English club.
That's the situation. It's always been the situation, whether it be Carrick, Berbatov, Modric. They've always been sold because they've only had 2 years left on their contract. So, and then they've put in a transfer request. From that point of view, you never know. Yeah, but Ornstein didn't say under any circumstances ever, or I don't know what he said, but he did say under any circumstances. But that's his position right now. Positions change, don't they? And obviously, if he if in the future, if he hasn't signed a contract, which is unlikely, then yeah, I'm sure if someone next season, when he has 2 years left of the contract, puts in a big offer, we'll have to consider it if he wants out.
All right, let's move on to Fabrizio Romano, and he's talking about Harry Kane as well. And he says Tottenham are still negotiating to extend Heung-min Son's contract in the next months, and they are still in the same position regarding Harry Kane's future. Harry wants to play Champions League football, but Tottenham want him to stay. Daniel Levy will do his utmost to keep Harry Kane this summer.
Yeah,
what else can we say? Can we?
Of course, we want him to stay. We need to prove to him that we're going the right direction. That's not happening at the moment. So naturally, he's going to consider his options. But we'll have to look. We have to wait and see in the summer how this all plays out, because it's all dependent on Kane getting a large offer from someone. So whether a club stumps up the cash is another question. And I'm confident if they don't and Kane does stay, that he will be right. He'll be put in 100% because he knows his career depends on that.
What do you make out of the Heung-min Son thing? Do you think it's likely we tie him down to a contract this summer?
Not the way things are going. I hope so. Apparently, look, all the talk. There's no real talk of him being unhappy. There isn't any talk of that or anything.
He looked pretty unhappy last night.
He looked it, but there's no real speculation. No journalist or anything has ever said he's considering his options like Harry Kane is. There's not been any talk of that. Any perception that Son will want to leave is purely rumours from within the fan base based on logic from what you're seeing, which is fair enough, but there's no real substantiation to anything that Son will leave in the summer. So we'll have to wait and see. But he hasn't signed his contract, so as long as that keeps happening, there's always going to be question marks.
Ultimately, we're at our lowest point since Harry Kane has come into the team and since Heung-min Son's joined Tottenham.
We are.
We're at our completely lowest point. Heung-min Son last night in that interview just looked absolutely broken, distraught. But again, I'm going to repeat it for Harry Kane. I will not begrudge Heung-min Son if he does leave, because we are not going in the right direction, and players can't put their careers on hold just because they love being at Tottenham.
Agreed.
Ultimately.
Exactly. So that's the saddest part of our decline at the moment, that we've got these unbelievable talents in the peak of their form and we can't get the most out of them.
And last one is from Votball24, a Belgian publication. Just want to stress this, extremely low tier. And they say Marouane Fellaini is set to end his contract with Chinese Super League club Shandong Taishan early due to the interest from former manager Jose Mourinho. I mean, who knows how long Jose is going to be at the club for?
But it doesn't make any sense. Look, we're not going to sign Fellaini. I really don't think we're going to sign Fellaini.
Can you imagine the backlash from the fans?
If we signed Fellaini, oh my God, there would be hell to pay, I think. Although saying that, Souček's done well this year, hasn't he?
Oh, come on.
Why? You think Souček's better than Fellaini?
I think so, yeah.
Why?
Why Souček? Well, first of all, he's younger. Quite a bit younger.
But I'm saying both of their peak.
At their peak. I mean, we're not getting a peak Fellaini, though.
Yeah, we're not getting a peak Fellaini. Well, we don't know how bad he is. How bad is he right now?
No, he's doing well in the Chinese league.
Well, there you go.
But like, he's mainly used as a striker in the Chinese league.
Yeah, and then exactly, he can just tower over everyone there. I don't know. I obviously don't want Fellaini. I don't want Fellaini. That's it. I don't want Fellaini. All I'm saying is Souček has proven that kind of midfielder can still do well in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And it's not like those players rely on pace or anything. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I don't want Fellaini, and I don't think Mourinho would sign Fellaini if we stayed on. I hope not, anyway.
Yeah, you would hope. And last but not least, we got to talk about the absolute vile abuse Heung-min Son and Daniel Levy have been getting over on social media. Last night it was about Heung-min Son and racial abuse to Heung-min Son, and today it is anti-Semitic abuse to Daniel Levy. I mean, like, I'm getting sick and tired of talking about this kind of stuff. I really am. I mean, like, at what point is this all going to stop?
It's never going to stop. It'll never stop. And the problem is, if you mention every time there's a racist tweet or something, then you're never going to stop talking about it. You have to talk about it every day.
But we're not talking about the odd racial tweet here or the odd anti-Semitic tweet. I mean, there's a lot of them coming through.
It's always going to be. There's always a lot. Every day, every game, every week, doesn't matter what walk of life. As long as there's anonymous accounts, there's always going to be this vile stuff. And yeah, look, of course we have to call it out. But if you call it out every time it's happened, you'll be calling it out every hour of the day. That's every minute of the day. And that's the sad reality of the situation. If you go on the Chicago Spurs timeline, it's disturbing viewing. They've retweeted a lot of anti-Semitic abuse that's been subject towards Daniel Levy, dating back to 2012. Like, it's been like, as I said before, this is not a new issue. It's just being highlighted now. It's just been going on for a long, long time. And it's only now getting the coverage that is warranted. And I feel like, anti-Semitic abuses against Daniel Levy, completely disgusting, completely uncalled for, and obviously the stuff against Son is just so gross and horrible. I can't. It's just horrible. It really is disgusting. And what more can we say? Of course, we have to call it out, and we have to say it's disgusting, but. I don't know. I feel like it's useless. Just keep saying, "Oh, this is horrible," because they're not doing anything. These big social media companies, until they do something, and then it's going to change. Nothing's going to change.
Yeah, I think you got to hit. I mean, these big companies like the big football teams, the big stars of our day, they need to put their foot down and start leaving these platforms. That's the only time that these platforms are going to sit up and take notice at the end of the day.
Yeah. That's the crux of the issue at the moment. These troll accounts have been giving a free ride ever since social media has been coming to effect. I don't know when it was, 2008 or whatever it was. Ever since they started, they've been given a free run. They've had a great run. They've had a good run for them. But it's time to be clamped down on it now. Yeah,
I completely agree. But yeah, that is it for our Tottenham update. That's our Tottenham update. Let us know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts regarding anything we spoke about today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.